After the Israelites conquered the promised land, you'd think the story would be one of peace and prosperity, but that's not what happened. Instead, they fell into a repeated cycle: sin, judgment, crying out to God, and then rescue. This is the world in which the story of Ruth begins, a dark time, but God was still at work behind the scenes. Ruth was from Moab, a country known for idolatry and opposition to Israel. According to Deuteronomy, Moabites weren't even allowed in God's assembly. So when Elimelech and his family left Bethlehem during a famine and ended up in Moab, alarm bells were already ringing. And when his sons married Moabite women, that would have shocked any faithful Israelite. But then the unexpected happens. Tragedy strikes. Naomi's husband dies, then both of her sons. Naomi is left in a foreign land with no husband, no sons, no security, just two Moabite daughters-in-law, Ruth and Orpah. In that culture, widowhood meant total vulnerability. Women couldn't inherit land. They couldn't just start over. They were at the mercy of society. And in Naomi's case, she felt completely abandoned by God. She clings to Naomi and makes one of the most powerful promises in all of Scripture. She says, "Where you go, I'll go. Your people will be my people. Your God, my God." Now, this just wasn't loyalty, it was hasad. In Hebrew, hasad means more than love or kindness. It means loyal, sacrificial, covenant faithfulness. It's the kind of love God shows to us. And here Ruth mirrors it perfectly. Ruth gives up everything in her homeland, her chance to remarry, her family, even her identity, to stay with Naomi. And in doing so, she becomes the very means through which God begins to restore what Naomi thought she had lost forever. They return to Bethlehem just in time for harvest. Now, this is no coincidence. This is God's provision in disguise. Even while Naomi is still bitter, feeling like God has turned against her, he's already moving to bless her. Through Ruth's humble actions, gleaning in the field, working long hours, God leads her to Boaz, a man of integrity, a distant relative of Naomi. And slowly, piece by piece, we begin to see restoration. Let's pause here, because this isn't just Ruth and Naomi's story, it's our story too. Have you ever felt like Naomi? Bitter, broken, forgotten by God? Maybe life hasn't gone the way you expected. Maybe loss has knocked the wind out of you. But here's the truth. Even when we don't see it, even when our hearts are hard and our spirits are weary, God is still working. He doesn't abandon us in our pain. He doesn't stop moving just because we're hurting. Ruth's loyalty and love don't just bring provision, they become the doorway to God's bigger plan. Now click below for part 2 and let's discover more.